something very interesting with respect to life and stress in life. And I'm going to bring in all the questions that people have asked me over the chat or messages. We have kind of collected those questions. So we are going to put those questions, and I possibly like to answer them the way it can give you also like value you as well. So we are going to do that. I'm going to list out the questions first. Maybe we go into a little bit of a deep discussion, finding out what are the problems, what are the possibilities, what are the areas from the dimension point of view the problem can expand with, or kind of other situation that may occur for that person as well as for you. So we are going to go about it, we are going to talk about it, and we'll see how things work. And if you guys have any question, just drop me a message here. I would love to hear back from you. Anything, just don't think much about it. Be random. It's fine to ask any crazy questions. Okay. So, yeah, let me just look at the first question. Just give me a second. Okay. This is from Rohit. He's 34 years of age and he's from Bangalore. And he is saying that I have been working in the tech industry for nearly a decade now, but lately I feel drained and disconnected from what I do. How do I figure out whether I'm just tired or if I need to completely change my path? Now, these are some of the questions. It's a very, very common question, especially in tier one cities like Bangalore and Mumbai, and people are kind of feeling disconnected, kind of feeling they don't know what they're doing, and they had spent a good amount of time at work. So, this person is asking, Rohit is asking, how do I figure out whether I'm just tired or if I need to completely change my path? Now, these are two very deep questions. So, I'll just take the second part first. That is, if I need to completely change my path. Um, now, like it's not very straightforward to give the answer to be given, because it depends what kind of interest, what kind of desire that you have, what are the level expertise that you have, and based on that you can basically think about completely changing your path. But let's understand how you go about, do you really have to change the path? Okay. So what happens when somebody picks up a particular path? You pick up based on your skills, based on your likeness. In India, most of the time people pick it up because they think they have to earn money. That's the major part of their decision making in the career. So first of all, think about it, that what are the different skills that you have? Are those skills that you're considering are enough for you to like switch into or get into that? If you get into that kind of field, then you'll have the level of expertise, and then you'll be able to have the desired income as well. And I don't know if income is your priority, but yeah, mostly in India people have income as a priority, and it's very, very important thing. So first of all, understand like what are the things that you have, what are the things that as a skill that you have. See, simply changing the path, it's not so easy. For example, I'll give you one person came to me. This person has worked for 12 years in, let's say, not let's say 12 years in I think uh, call center or somewhere, right? Okay, where this he was doing this associate kind of work, or business development kind of work. Okay, so he was doing that for last 12, 13 years. Then he quit the job, and because it was so stressful for him, and he said that, okay, I want to do something else. I just don't want to do what I was doing, okay, in the call center. Makes sense. You don't want to do what you're doing. And the next question I asked is, okay, Is the money important for you? Do you really want to earn money? And the answer was yes. Now the next question comes up. Okay, let's say you have X salary. Let's say you are earning 1 lakh, and if you do not earn 1 lakh right now, is it going to affect your family responsibility, your life responsibilities? And his answer was yes, it's going to affect. So this person don't want to do call center job. At the same time, he need the money that is required for him to run his family, right? Now the next question asked is, okay, fine, let's not take you there. You don't want to do call center job, perfectly fine. What are the different skills that you have? And the answer was, he started thinking, okay, I know Excel, and I know I can call. I can call. I can manage clients. I can pass on informations. I can do a little bit of video editing and all. Now, those are not enough skills nowadays, isn't it? Because those skills are quite easy to get by now. Like anyone, even like a small kid, can have those um, skills, and most of these skills are getting automated. In that case, when this person do not have the right skills, switching for him is going to be difficult, because he need to acquire the skill so that he can exchange this skill, give it to someone, solve their problem, and then based on that they will get him the money, isn't it? Now he doesn't have that core skills, and let's say he was earning 1 lakh. Just by knowing Excel, can someone give him 1 lakh? Answer is no. A person is going to give up anyone 1 lakh rupees if that person solves at least 2 or 3 lakhs worth of problem. It's a very simple game. So what are the skill that you have? That's very, very important, Rohit. So if you, let's say you are in the technology, in what are in the technology, what are the knowledge that you have? Do you know the project management? Do you have a specific kind of technical skills? Do you like teaching, training? Okay. Do you like creating some kind of blogs and contents around whatever the art you have? All these things, just list it out, find out what are the skills that you are really good at. You may be able to then rate it like from the scale of 1 to 10. Consider 10 as the best and 1 as the least skilled. Okay, now list out, okay, what are the level of skills that you have. If you have something that you know at level 10, for example, data analytics, project management, if you know it at like very good agile management, like write it 10. And then some skills that you do not have like much knowledge about. So some people talked about, okay, I want to travel, I want to um, handle business P&L. If you do not have that expertise, you may not be able to get hired for that, right? And just first of all, like, list out all the skills that you have, and then give yourself a rating how much you know. That's the first thing you should be doing. After that, think about what are the things that you like doing. Like you want to get into, let's say, travel industry, you want to go and travel. Now for that, whatever the skills that you have listed, does any of the skill matches the travel industry that you want to get into? If not, then what are the skills you need to augment? What are the skills you need to have so that you can get yourself career built in the travel industry? Got the point? So that needs to be there. If the skill gap is then you need to upgrade. You need to get certified. You need to find some mentor and things like that. So it's very, very important. Small stuff, but without that, you will have hard time getting the money, because you need to solve the problem to get the money. It's a very simple game. Okay, that's the thing. Now you list it out. If the things that you have listed out, you don't like doing it, then the question is that, do you want to change the path? Then what path you want to get into? Changing the path, sorry, changing the path is not like you just pick one thing and then you just go there randomly. You got to think about it, because if you spend 10 years at one place, now changing path will require a different set of skill sets, acquisitions, right? So identifying which path you need to take is also a very important part of it. Got it? So skill set, what are the path these sets will take you to, you need to know. And then based on that, you look at the emotional quotients around it. Okay, we'll come back. Now we are moving towards, am I like too tired to actually do this? So look at that. Now let's come back to the emotional part. I'm just keeping this second part hold for you so that you understand what are the skills, what are the path related to that skill you can go to. Now let's connect to the first part of the question that says that, how do I figure out I'm just tired? Okay, so whether I'm just tired. So if you are looking at the work and you're doing the work and you're yawning, you're actually feeling fatigued, you're not having enough sleep, and you feel like irritated and frustrated, there are highly likely chances that the things that is inside that work is not just enough for you to be excited about it. Would you be tired? So tiring comes up from the point like, okay, if you keep repeating one thing and then it is so boring, because it does not matter how quality work is that. If you have done certain set of work so much and that you are just doing it for the sake of money, then you will feel bored. That also means, yeah, you might get tired. That, okay, it's not enough. Because look, you know what, the work when you do that you love is should be like, whenever you're working, you feel okay about it, ups and downs are fine. But if the fatigue is coming every single time you start questioning, then there are highly likely chances that either you're bored, things are not challenging enough, you're following the status quo, you do not want to kind of in other word, I'll say that you are kind of afraid of taking some of the important steps that is required for you to grow or go to the next level. Maybe that is your desire, whatever area you want to get into, right? So can you be tired? Yes. Can you be the person who will be in the like bad space? Yes. So evaluate it, and emotional quotient is going to be very important. Now I'm just going to connect the second part with the first part. When you're looking at each of the path, the skill that will take you to certain path, okay, and then look at the path, which path excites you and which path doesn't excite you, and also look at what is the skill level rating that you have given. Anything that is above 5 or 6 that excites you, yes, you can get in there, you can pick that up. Anything where the skill level is above 5 and that excites you, you can pick it up. Okay, does that mean changing the path? Possibly yes. Does that mean improvising into current setup? Yes. Does that mean upskilling your in your people game? Yes. Does that mean upskilling in your new technologies, AI? Yes. So why you have to like, you don't have to restrict yourself or hide yourself. Got it? So you have to just make sure that you are into um, that feeling, and then you have just at least enough skill set to switch. If you do not have the skill sets, let's say above 5 skills that you have rated, none of them excites you, and the below ones, which is level 5 below, are something that excites you the most, then what are you going to do to acquire that skill? Because when you are going to acquire that skill that makes you feel exciting, and you have to do that along the way. You might have to do something that you don't like, because that's how you're earning money. Along with that, how you're going to upskill yourself in the things that you like. It has to happen together parallelly. Okay, so do that. If you need any help in there, just do let us know. We will be able to help you out. Cool. So yeah, I mean, look at both the possibilities. There are chances that both will be there. Okay, now the next question is from Priya Menon, 38 Mumbai, and she is asking about, I have spent most of my adult life focusing on career growth, And now I feel like I have lost touch with myself and my personal happiness. How do I start rebuilding a life that feels emotionally fulfilling at this stage? Okay, that's a deeper question. 38 years of age, I spent most of my adult life focusing on my career growth. And now I feel like I have lost touch with myself. Okay, this is a very deeper question. When you said lost touch with myself, what does that mean? Does it mean that your health is affected? Does it mean that you do not feel mentally stimulated or happy? I know you have written the personal happiness, but personal happiness can go into multiple directions. What direction you are going to talk about? For some people who came to us, they might wanted to have good health, but they are not having good health. They go to office every single day, but they're not able to focus on their personal health. For some people, the priority is they are not able to focus on the family life. The kids, the husbands and wives are not able to sit together, spend some time. What is that happiness? For some people, doing something that they like, the hobbies. Okay, maybe playing some game, going for some kind of marathon, or um, doing certain kind of personal activities, drawing. What is that happiness for you? Okay, maybe sometimes like you want to work for like 4 5 days, and then you want to have a very good time, relax, chill, mobile phone देखना है मेरे को, TV देखना है, and then you just have to chill, eat food, and then finish the a day. So is that what personal happiness you're looking for? So quantifying that is going to be important. If your current job is hindering to that happiness, there is a very important angle you have to look at: is the work doing that hindrance, or is it you? Okay, for example, let's say, Priya, you are getting work home, and that stresses you out, and you're not able to spend time with your kids. Then understand this whole system. It's not just one thing that somebody gives you happiness immediately. How it is systematically connected. Think about that, and then pinpoint what is the problem. If you're not able to figure out, do reach out to us. We will help you out. We have the ways to help you out, and don't worry. It's you don't have to spend too much money. It's like a cheap programs and all, so don't worry about that. But the impact is huge. So so what does that personal happiness looks like for you, and where the hindrance is there? Is it at the work? Is it you are bringing, or is the work creating that, or is the family setup itself is creating that? Are you living like very crowded environment where you when you come back from home, like from come back from office, you still feel like stressed? Are you like that? Are you like in that situation? Okay, so look at all of these and then quantify what does your personal happiness looks like. Having an evening tea in the silence could be personal happiness for someone, or having shouting playing moment in the evening with the kids could be happiness for someone else. Okay, the first thing to start rebuilding your life and feel emotionally fulfilling at this point in time is to figuring out what is that. And don't worry, it's not like you'll not have the path or something. You will have the path, and you will be able to understand, figure it out, and get into all of these. Okay, so it's not a rocket science. It can be done. We have worked with a lot of people who were able to get through in very late in their life as well, and then be able to get the values out of it. You can actually get that. Okay, I don't know who is doing papa. Okay, this is Ankit. Ankit from Delhi is quite young, 32 years. Yeah, 32 years for me is quite young. Okay, why? Because 32 years, if I look at the life expectancy in India, 32, roughly around life expectancy in India was almost 73, 74 years, like the average like life expectancy. Last date I'm talking about. Now, because of the advancement in medical sciences and all, it's going to touch 80 or above very soon. So I'm considering 80, at least, like you are going to live 80 years. That means you'll have to have at least um at least 175% more life to live than you have lived, like roughly around 50 years at least you'll have to live. Now 50 years is a long time, so that's why I say that it's too young. So his question is, I keep comparing myself to my peer. Yeah, this is a very, very common problem, especially comparison. Comparison could eat you from one place to other place. It's like completely crazy, crazy, crazy thing. Okay. So I keep comparing myself to my peers who seem to have everything figured out, their promotions, houses, families, and I know it's unhealthy, but I can't stop. How do I find peace and stay focused on my own journey? Okay, this is a very, very tricky problem. Okay. Um, See, many people come up and say that I don't want to do the comparison. Now, not doing a comparison is not possible because as a human being, comparison is one of the very important capability that we have so that we understand the system. So for example, comparison, this is closer, this phone is closer, this phone is far. There's a comparison. Without that comparison, this distinction cannot be made. So instead of generally saying that, you know what, I want to remove the comparison, what essentially the person is saying, I want to remove my comparison in this situation. The rest of the situation, I want to keep the comparison. Okay. So when you are also facing something like that, just understand the context, understand the situation, understand the box in which you are trying to compare yourself. Okay. So if it is about your promotions, if it about house and families, understand where are you lacking. Someone else have something better, and in comparison to that you might wanted to have more than that person, is a different ball game. It's your desire. Somebody is successful doesn't make you that you need to be failure, or until you become like that you're not as good. Okay, first understand that in piece, very, very, very like crucial for this kind of thought process to be compared, or thought process to be understood. By the way, this is a very difficult problem to solve because it is not just one thing. It might have root cause from long back. Sometimes the comparison root cause come from family background itself. Sometimes the comparison root cause come from the kind of personal behavior. We have seen a lot of cases where the trauma, the kind of traumatic event some kid have in their personal life, that creates a bigger problem. So comparison is this tricky one. Okay. Now the problem is that they know it's unhealthy, but I can't stop it. This piece you need to come up with some kind of, you'll have to come to us. Okay. This is um despite you're knowing unhealthy, you're doing this. It's like, you know that you're fat but you're still eating those sugar and fatty stuff. Okay. And you know that it's not going to reduce your weight, it's going to increase your weight, but you're going to do that. So it has some kind of very root level problem. It's your unconscious and conscious, your behavior, a lot of combination comes into the picture. So one of the best, I'll try to give you the answer for this, but it's not so easy, and I understand the kind of pain you are going through. One of the way to stop comparing and start focusing on yourself is having your unfulfilled desire satisfied in a certain way, or emotion associated with that desire should be um, addressed. I'll say neutralized and not addressed, neutralized in a certain way that the others growth does not affect you, and those focus that you're looking for when you look at others need to come back to you from inside. Okay. It's tricky one. Okay. How do I find peace and stay focused in my own journey? So, and that's the core thing. Many times people think that, oh, I'll do meditation, I'll do mindfulness. Most of the time, the way people do it, it increases that feeling instead of reducing. In some cases you might feel nice, but in some cases it does not feel that way. So I would recommend just connect with us. It's very tricky problem to solve, and we will help you how to solve this. Okay, the next one from Neha Iyer. After years of prioritizing my job and family responsibilities, I feel like I have forgotten what makes me happy. How do I reconnect with my personal passion and identity again? Okay, this is a good question. After years of prioritizing job and family responsibilities, I have forgotten what makes me happy. Okay. See, this is very typical problem for people who are providers, people who are responsible for taking their family from slightly not comfortable space to comfortable space. They might have gone through very difficult times. So I don't know, Neha, what kind of situation you might have gone through. But I understand, I really respect the kind of work you might have done for your family, because when you look someone in the family and they're deprived with something, they don't have something, and then you want to give them those important things, values, and um, I'd say value add. So clothing, food, education, healthcare, all these are very tough things, and especially people who are quite responsible, they go through that. I remember I was working with one of the person who was a who was a builder, okay, and he could build a lot of houses. One of the irony that he had is he was going through certain set of fights within himself, and becoming a provider of the family, he did not had his own house. He was living in the rented house. He had a big house, but it was a rented house. And I was like, he wanted to buy a house, he could afford the house as well, he had money, but he just couldn't make a decision. He never realized that he can actually buy the house. His wife wanted that, but he always wanted that specific way. The house looks should look in a very specific way, and he was not able to find that. And then he put that thought in the back burner. When I worked with him, I just helped him how he can book the house, and in the session itself, he booked a house. So first of all, I want to really like recognize you, acknowledge your effort, that you are becoming the person who is helping people. Sometimes they're not so thankful to you, but you're providing for them. It's a big responsibility. Now, like I feel like I have forgotten what makes me happy. This is a scary thing, because after that, when you do not remember what makes you happy, you will feel constrained, and you'll feel that, okay, why am I doing this, मैं कर ही क्यों रही हूँ, क्या ही responsibility का फायदा, what is the benefit of doing all of these when I cannot enjoy the thing that I wanted, or in fact I don't even know what I wanted, and this stress will keep going and in the loop. One of the way we help people here is how you can go into a zone which is called know nothing zone. Can you just get into a space where somehow um, it could be meditation, it could be mindfulness. We have a specific procedure to put you in the know nothing space. Know nothing space is something like, instead of every single second looking at the responsibility. I have to give this to someone, I have to do this work, I have to do this task, I have to buy something, I have to email, I have to call this person. If I don't do this, the XYZ is going to happen. All these kind of thoughts are coming. You want that thought to be silent, you want that thought to be gone, at least for 15 minutes. And if you stay in the know nothing zone state for 15 minutes, what it's going to do is it's going to initially make you feel calm, and then slowly it's going to make you recall what are the things that could make you happy. Right, it's slightly longer process, may take couple of weeks, but if you stay in a know nothing zone for repeatedly a few days, for like 10 10 minutes, 15 minutes, what's going to happen is in the initial couple of days you will have like relaxation. After that, what you're going to have is you're going to have innovation. Your mind will start going into a places where, oh, I could have done, I could do this thing, I might like it. So you'll start trying, you'll start looking for options. You may be able to lot of recall a lot of things before you have had those responsibility, how you had lived your life. Maybe your responsibility was started having after like a marriage, or maybe at a certain age. Before that age, how your wife life was looking. Okay, you might start going there, you might start feeling that, okay, this is a thing that I'm looking for. This is what I was, this is how I did the thing. Okay, so yeah, get into that zone. If you want us to help you, do let me know. You can just message us or contact us. We have a very small procedure. When we do that, you get into that zone very fast, and it helps you. If you want to try, just go into, do some kind of breathing meditation where you're focusing on breath, but that's where you'll not reach to the know nothing zone, but it'll kind of give you a little bit of relaxation. uh, just to get out what you're looking for. um, you want to come back, you want to become happy, you need to be in like a I'm sorry, know nothing zone for some time. Got it? So it's very, very crucial. And how do I reconnect with my personal passion and identity again? Okay, so when you said personal passion and identity again, that means it looks like you have some level of information about your personal passion. That means you know you have some passion, what that passion is. And when you talk about identity again, that means there might be some image of your identity that you wanted to become like. What is that? Okay. When you get into know nothing zone and then you try to enhance these things, the passion, and you think about how would you get into the passion, and you think about how to get into the identity. If you just ask these questions in know nothing zone itself, you will be able to figure out some of the very strong emotions that you might want to utilize, so that you can start doing those things. If you face some hurdle there, talk to us, we will help you out there. Okay, so this is how you can go about it. Cool. So yeah, I have kind of covered 4 or 5 questions in today's session. um, I will possibly try to do this live more frequently to address some of the queries you may have. Maybe I'll do it at daytime. I don't have, this is my first time, so I'm just thinking of all possible ways to help you out. But yeah, we'll go through more lives and all. You can put your questions here in the chat and comment of this video. We are going to post this video, and then in the next live I'm going to cover that. So hope you have enjoyed it, and hope you have kind of got some value out of it. If you really like it, you can just share it across with some of your friends, you can subscribe, and then we will be able to spread this message, this problem solution, to a lot of people where they get helped. Okay, so yeah, I would love to hear back from you. I would love to see you guys again. Till the time, till that time, bye bye, take care.